But it's a challenge, right? We've got people being shot, we've got people doing drugs.
A challenge spanning decades in multiple states until a Target 7 investigation shined the light on accused conman Stephen Byers.
Police say he was able to scam New Mexicans out of thousands of dollars while he was wanted in New Mexico and Nevada. Good evening, I'm Doug Fernandez.
I'm Shelley Rabando. Tonight in a Target 7 investigation, we find out why police never picked them up until we started asking questions. Here's John Cardinelli.
We told you about Stephen Morgan Byers. Court records show for nearly 40 years he was pretending to be a handyman and was scamming New Mexicans out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. For 9 months, he was wanted by authorities with no arrest. After we aired our investigation into his schemes, he was in handcuffs in under 24 hours. These women say they're victims of Stephen Morgan Byers.
You have about 90 days with Morgan of really good work, good service, good things going on.
It makes you feel stupid. I always figured I was an intelligent person.
But the court doesn't help you recoup.
They came to Target 7 frustrated, saying nothing was being done to stop him from victimizing others.
He kept cheating people and nobody would do anything.
We found out that since the 1980s, he's been arrested for fraud, theft, data conversion, and even spent 2 years in prison in 2 states.
If he had been robbing people at gunpoint, he probably would have been kept in prison in New Mexico or kept in prison in Nevada. But because the system looks at a white-collar criminal in a different way.
For months, he had 6 warrants out for his arrest in New Mexico and Nevada. At the same time, court records show he was pretending to be a handyman. The state of Nevada wanted him for violating parole, and the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office had charged him with stealing construction equipment from 2 separate businesses.
A lot of times what the suspects will use is stolen equipment, which is stolen construction equipment is within hundreds of thousands, if not $500,000 pieces of equipment.
The state's regulation and licensing department issued warrants for his arrest on charges that he was operating as an unlicensed contractor. Real estate agent Laura Tacker found out about his criminal past once she realized that she'd been scammed for thousands of dollars.
They just kind of discouraged us from that this was a civil matter.
So why was he never picked up?
I do believe law enforcement, they care about getting these type of people out of the system, putting them where they belong. But it's a challenge, right? We've got people being shot, we've got people doing drugs.
Clay Bailey is a superintendent at the state's regulations and licensing department. He says scams like this, which are commonly referred to as home improvement fraud, are running rampant throughout the state of New Mexico. His office has several cases into Byers. However, since his investigators do not have law enforcement powers, they were unable to pick him up and take him into jail.
These are warrants that are issued by the court, and when you find them, it's when, you have a traffic stop or something else goes along.
After our story aired about Byers, the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office went actively looking for him. And within 24 hours, they took him into custody at this South Valley home.
Stephen, you got anything to say about the people that claim you scammed them?
But the story doesn't end there. Byers claims he had a medical condition, and deputies say he tried to escape through a ventilation system at Loveless Hospital. He's now facing additional charges of trying to escape. In the early 90s, Byers had successfully escaped jail twice after he had been charged with performing similar scams. For Target 7, I'm John Cardinelli.
Remember, if you have any tips, call the Target 7 tip line 505-884-6347 or email newstips@koat.com.